What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless. It has been a minute, but we are back with our first convo of 2022. Sounds crazy to say it, but with me is my guest, CEO of Tell the Truth. Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? This is Rainey. I am the founder of Tell the Truth. Happy to be here with my guys from Fearless. It's cracking.
Not much, man. See, you've been making some moves. That's why we wanted to hop on first with you, kind of talk to you about everything that you've been up to over this past year and leading to this point. I think Tell the Truth is your latest brand, right? And you just dropped it, I think, last month.
Yeah, so Tell the Truth was something that I was working on for a minute now when I was in the process with Rainy Days. I was working on Rainy Days for a while, I think for like 2 years now. I'm still working on it. It's the sister company for Tell the Truth. But I was working on Tell the Truth during the meantime, just wanting to get to that level where everything is luxury, super elegant. I just wanted that kind of brand similar to like a Balenciaga or like Louis. And I just wanted to have something where I can branch out and do handbags, shoes, all sorts of accessories. And here we are. It's been going since January of this year, January 3rd.
All right. Well, congratulations, first of all, for the launch and everything. I know how stressful and everything that can be, but have it finally out there and for everybody else to see, I'm sure that was a good feeling.
Yeah. I mean, the launch part is like, a lot of people don't like the launch part because obviously the launch part, people think when you drop the launch, it's like, oh, everybody goes and supports, it's booming and this and that, but it's that's not even the case. It's like everybody's saying congrats, this and that for like the first 2 weeks, and then after that second week, you drop something else, and it's like those same congrats and all that's not there no more. It's like you're basically like they're basically telling you congrats, like, hey, welcome to the game. You know what I mean? And then after that, it's like, all right, go play now. See what you can do.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that leads me to probably one of my first questions is why multiple brands? Because as you know, building one brand is already a lot of time consuming, time intensive, work intensive to get that brand awareness, to get people kind of like invested into what you're doing. That already takes like a lot of time and effort and, whatever to get to that certain point to where you even feel confident enough to almost branch off and start a sister brand. Yeah.
I mean, the multiple brands came from inspiration from Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo. He has Fear of God and then he has Essentials. But like it was kind of like to Tell the Truth was something that I was trying to get to the whole time I was launching all these brands. But I wasn't there yet with the resources and the tools, the skill wise. I didn't know the manufacturing. Like I didn't know how to do all the patterns. And then once I got to the point to where I think it was like a little bit in the middle of the summer. No, it was like, I think it was like in November was when I went full cut and sew with Rainy Days. Like everything is like full cut and sew with like a pattern. It's like no more pre-cuts and all that. That's when I was like, okay, what would a new brand be with me having all these resources and all these tools and having my fashion team now and having some familiarity with LA on like how I put basically a complete garment together now. How would it function with a brand new brand? And then that's when I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just launch a brand new one and I just want to see how it functions. And that's when I was just literally driving down like Santa Monica one time and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come on a new brand. And I was like, I'm gonna call it Tell the Truth. And I'm gonna do handbags. And then I haven't got to the shoes part yet, but shoes are coming and heels are coming too. And I think it's like a inside term I use with some of my team is just, this is my Gucci. Like, this is my like Balenciaga. This is my brand. That's going to be like a universal brand to where it's not just 16 to 34 wearing. It's 16 to 70. You know what I mean? You see a lot of age groups wearing Gucci and Louis and all that. And like, this is like my universal brand, I believe.
So that's how you came up with the name, Tell the Truth, just kind of a moment of inspiration, basically.
Yeah, just inspiration. And I was like, also to a point where like, cause like, I felt like over the years, like I was just like, and you know, everybody lies about stuff. I feel like I was just lying about this dumb stuff. And then like, it was like a situation to where like, I kind of came with peace with myself. And I just wanted to, it's not just like lying. It's just basically just like me just being honest at all time and brutally honest and direct and not second guessing like, oh, I don't want to say that because I might have a fallout with that person, or I don't want to say that because it might not go well. And it was basically the situation where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just start telling the truth at all times. And then like, and then like the moment I did that, that's when like doors and like outlets just start opening up for me, bro. Like I was just like seeing different stuff from a different lens. And then Tell the Truth was the first thing that came to my mind when I like wanted to like launch a new one.
Man, that's interesting that you say that doors started opening up when you're being honest. Like I've always felt like that's something that people don't really understand, especially when you're like, let's say, starting out a business or brand or whatever venture you're going into. Like, you know, people say fake it till you make it. You know, a lot of people want to present themselves as already being successful, already having like this many followers, already having, you know what I'm saying? Like already at this level when you're really just starting out and you're like trying to get there and trying to build there. Have you found that like just starting from that level, like, yo, I'm not here yet, but this is where I want to go, and approaching people in that way, as opposed to saying like, yo, we're already kind of like this poppin' brand or poppin' thing already existing, when maybe not as at the level as you are personally saying it is? Have you found that approaching people from like that, yo, we were just trying to build something, we're trying to get there, we're trying to, you know, this is from the ground up. Have you found that approaching people from that level has been more beneficial than necessarily approaching from that, you know, fake it till you make it aspect?
Yeah, I feel like the moment, like, because I feel like a lot of brands out there, like they'll do the fake it till they make it, and it works because it like creates that scarcity to where like you get that FOMO where like you kind of like you feel like you're missing out on like buying something, all that. But with me, with my approach, it was like I wanted it to be like the brand that will like tells you the truth. Basically, like I'm putting the hustle on display. Like I'm showing people like, hey, I'm out passing cars out. Business ain't good. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to like multiple people, going up to them in grocery stores or like out and about. Hey, check the brand out. You know what I mean? Like blah, blah, blah. And basically letting people know like, hey, I'm looking for customers. I'm looking for clients. Like this is a brand new brand. You know what I mean? We're on the rise. And at the same time, like when you're brand new, like a lot of people don't really trust your products yet. And that's the tough problem, because people, you might be showing them like, hey, this is handmade, this and that, but they might just think like, oh, he's just talking this and that. And like, they don't really want to trust you. So like somebody might not buy something from you for like a whole year, bro.
Yeah.
Like I got email subscribers that I have for like a whole year that when I go on my list, it says 0 orders. But like me basically sending them those emails, or like keep posting on Instagram, and people and them keep seeing it over and over. And then like I feel like the fake it to make it too is part where like some brands will be like, they'll post something and they'll get like 1,000 likes, but they only got like, you know what I mean, like one comment. Like I want to be that brand to where like, all right, I only got 50 likes, but I got 60, 70 people engaging with the content, and this is really converting. Like this isn't like I'm not over here just like blowing smoke and showing you guys that this is just fake. Like I want to put the hustle on display to where like I actually grow with my clients and customers and stuff like that. And actually, you know what I mean? It's not just me. I don't want to lie to the basically to the community or like how things really are. It's like, no, like we're really in the process of like right now, I do not have a shoe manufacturer that can make my next shoe. But I'm gonna put it out there and tell people, hey, shoe's coming. But like it's me basically telling the truth. Like certain brands would be like, oh, shoe coming next week, this and that, and they ain't got no shoe coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I basically is like telling the truth, just not like people are smart, bro. Like don't fake don't fake it, bro. Just be real.
Yeah. I mean, it is like an interesting conundrum, right? Especially as a clothing brand, because people are kind of trained to gravitate towards things that they are already familiar with, or things that maybe they aren't familiar with, but somebody that they follow or somebody that they like kind of respect is familiar with and is pushing. But if you're starting out something brand new, you don't have that advantage. You know what I mean? So like, you could fake it and be like, yeah, all these people are already messing with it, or, pay for, an influencer to wear it or whatever, something like that. And that could help you, but then you could also lose. I think there's that kind of trade-off where you could lose that person in the long run because it isn't what you promised. You know what I mean? Like you promised all this and it's not that because you're not there yet. So whereas if you start here, you might have to work like that much harder to like get that person to make that initial buy or to make that initial investment or to, become more invested into you as a brand in the initial, but seeing that honesty, like I think in the long run, that'll make them more connected and more of a like consistent, part of that brand identity than anything. And
because that's what happened when I was, because like, that's why it kind of like for me, because I started working every day with Junior, then I started Rainy Days by myself, and then now this one, I had so much, like, I would say in-person screw ups along the way and like seeing what worked and what didn't work. Okay, we dropped that shirt last time. Why didn't it do well? Oh, because it was just like a picture with the shirt, a picture of a background, Photoshop picture. No one really seen how the shirt moves, the hoodie moves. All right, so next time, let's have a model, a live model, wear that shirt, show off that shirt. That's the drop instead of just dropping like on a white background. You know what I mean? You already know how that is. Yeah. So like that type of stuff, like, and then even with the bags, like my first season 1, right? I dropped the bags and stuff, and I did all the Photoshop and all the 3D designs and stuff like that. People saw it, and I was like, okay. The first week it didn't do well. No, the first couple weeks it didn't do well, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why is it not doing well? And I was like, okay, let me get the bags myself, do some live reels, and then let me see what happens. I did that, and then people start buying the bags. And I was like, oh, okay. They want to see live stuff. They don't really want to, like, you can do all the Photoshop stuff all you want, but like they want to see it, how it moves. Okay, how the inside looks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And once I started realizing stuff like that, that's when my sales increased and stuff like that. But I wouldn't know that if it wasn't trial and error though. Yeah. From all my other brands. Like I would have still kept putting that shit out over and over and over and over. And then I got no sales. Yeah. So I would say basically the other brands prepped me for this job basically.
Mm-hmm. That experience. You definitely need
that experience.
And I guess it kind of brings me to like my next kind of question is, you said this one is cut and sew, and I think your last friends were more screen printing and, DTG type.
Yeah, Rainy Days is more DTG.
No. So I guess for people that don't know, like what is the differences between the two and like kind of how much more investment and time did it take to like go from that to cut and sew?
So basically where I was at for the last 3 years with Rainy Days and working every day and stuff like that, it was just having wholesalers, getting a t-shirt, taking a t-shirt, moving a tag, putting my tag, putting it on the screen print, having a screen print, all that, having the logo, doing that. And then we got the DTG, you load the shirt, press it, shirt comes out, you heat press it, bam, done, package, sent. Now it's, okay, going on the program, the cut and sew program, either like Gerber or like Tukatech, making the pattern myself with my partner, Jose, that's downtown. He's been doing patterns for like 30 years. He's amazing. He basically was like, okay, I'm going to show you the route. So as I'm getting my stuff made, I'm going up there. He's busy. I'm going up there for like, I'm driving 45 minutes just to go up there. And he's only giving me like 7 minutes of his time. Like, yo, you come up for 7 minutes. I got to pay parking like $25 for parking. go in there for 10 minutes, and he's showing me a little bit every single day. And then that's when I started learning the whole cut and sew process of like picking the fabric, making the patterns like extremely hard because you got to do all the measurements on the shoulders to the drop shoulders. You got to know like how many you're going to sell, because on top of that, because if you get a box of tees from a wholesale, it's probably like $300 for like 50 shirts, something like that, or like maybe $500, something like that. For a sample, just one shirt for a sample could be $250. Yeah. And that's just one size. And then you got to do the grading. Grading is the sizes. So you need small, medium, large, extra large, 2X. So what happened with me when I first came out with the cut and sew, I fucked up. I didn't do a pre-sale. So I went and got a whole bunch of stuff made without doing the pre-sale, without knowing it was gonna sell. So I got all the shit. I paid thousands for it. I saved up, paid some thousands for it, got it done, dropped it, didn't sell. So I'm sitting at home like, this shit's not selling, bro. And I mean, I'm hitting people up, yo, check this out, not selling, bro. And then Jose was like, it's another thing you don't do. Never ever go into production without having a sample. So I had to slow down and go back to school basically, bro, and like learn how to do the whole process. So then I started doing the sample. I'll get one sample, I'll wear it, show it off. Okay, he hit me up. Bam, all right. Let's do a small run production of just 12. Not 50, just 12. All right, I might sell 7, make a quick bag off it. All right, we got 4 left over. That becomes like red flag clothes, throw it away, sell it out. Then you sell it out, see what happens. They look at it, oh, it's sold out. Damn, I wanted one. Yo, you got that? And blah, blah, blah. Bam, all right. Launch it again, get the red flag shirts. Bam, sell those. That's how I was doing it. But before, it was just, I'll get 50 production tees that are already done. And then I still got a box of 50 tees that I had got done. They still on my shelf right now that did not sell. Freebies but cost me like $1,200 to make.
Yeah, freebies to everybody else, but not to you.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing. People that I have given shirts to and like biker shorts, all that, like I give it to them for free, but they think it's like it didn't cost me anything just to give that shirt to them. And then like when I hit them up, I'm like, yo, I need that pic, bro. Like, send me that pic. Oh, I'm so busy. Hey, I need that pic. Right? You gotta send me that pic. Like this, like that picture is gonna help me get that next sale. And then like people don't understand that, bro. And like that was the thing I was having. I was like, okay. So people think it's just like a brand to where like I'm just giving out free stuff, and then like the reward's not coming back towards me. And that's when I was like, okay, I got to focus on sales, focus on the people that are gonna buy, and not the people that just look cool.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think people understand quite that pressure of having 100 shirts or 100 whatever just sitting there, already paid for it.
Paid, bro. Tags on it, production on it.
And shit ain't moving. And you just gotta be like, yo,
bro.
You gotta see.
Bro, jackets, like from me picking out the fabric to all the way to the zipper, to the button, to the tag, to the lining, to the cuff back here. Like this whole thing right here is all cut and sew. Like, I mean, getting it made completely, bro. And then you just looking at it every day like, that shit ain't selling. Shit hurt, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about fashion, especially nowadays. I think if anything that social media has done, especially the fashion, is it's devalued a lot of it, like true fashion. Yeah. Because there are a lot of brands out there that don't take the time, that don't put the effort, that don't really put that into, what they're presenting or what they're selling, just printing on whatever cheap shirt they can and then just sending it out to people.
Because a lot of people don't really, because like with me, like I always wanted to get to this level, but I didn't know how I didn't have the resources. And then when I moved to LA, that's when I had the resources, bro. And that's when I met Jose. And at that, I took Jose a shirt. I was like, yeah, look at this shirt, Jose. He was like, oh, he's like, did you make it? I was like, yeah, I made it. He was like, oh, what fabric did you use? I was like, I don't know. I put the logo on it. He was like, so you decorated the shirt.
Yeah, basically.
I was like, what do you mean? He was like, that's called decorating. That's not called making a shirt. Like, this is made. I was like, but that's not even that cool. He was like, but you made this. There's a difference. From me making this completely with no logo to me giving you a shirt with a logo, it's completely different. And that's when I was like, okay, people out here are wearing stuff with logos secret. They ain't got no logo on it, but I'm like, it's made from scratch. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm no longer a decorator, but I gotta get to the point to where I'm making this shit from scratch.
I mean, that's not to say, especially for me, that there's anything wrong with people going to that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Because there's certain brands that's specifically perfect for. But I think that the overabundance of it is kind of devaluing people's opinion about a lot of these clothes and fashion, which makes it a lot harder to be like, nah, like I really put this much into it. I really need this much back. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really understand that process, which is what I actually kind of like about the videos that you have been posting, is because you are showing people that process. And if you can show people the process and everything involved in actually making that, or like actually presenting somebody with an end product, I think they'll get a greater appreciation, you know what I mean, of what you are actually trying to sell. Whereas if you just put out a design, they don't know what went behind that. They don't know how long it took you to come up with that. You know what I mean? They just think, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's why I
get around to it.
And that's what was happening when I was within the process for Rainy Days, like during like towards the, like, I would say a couple months ago, when I really finally realized what was going on. It was the fact that I was just putting a Photoshop picture of the t-shirt, logo, bam, go buy, out now. And I was like, okay, I'm not really getting that type of attention like I need to. But the moment I start showing the cut and sew process of the shirt being made and this and that, that's when people were like, oh, damn. Hey, you got any more of those? You got any more of those? That's when it started really clicking. So for any upcoming brand, I mean, but that's the thing though, like,
it's not for every brand though.
It's not for everybody, but like, that's not like, there's nothing wrong with just doing a screen print. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to be on a level to where like you see like these big brands like Rude, Amiri, all these brands out here, like, you got to. That's what you gotta have. You gotta have a collection like that. And I'm not even nowhere near those guys. Like I'm still on the rise.
Especially if you're a brand that's trying to be kind of on that level.
Yeah.
People are gonna look at your stuff and be like, all right, why is it, you know what I mean, this much?
Yeah.
Why
I had a girl. The funny thing, I had a
well, let me show you. You know what I mean? Let me show you why is this much. Because it took me
I had an agent
100 hours to come up with this, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Quick story. I had an agent shorty come over. She was a model for me. She's like, oh my God, I love this hoodie. I was like, yeah. She was like, I was like, you want one? She was like, yeah, how much is it? I was like, $250. She was like, oh. I was like, what? She's like, oh no. I was like, is it too expensive? She was like, I won't buy anything if it's not more than $800. I was like, what? I was like, so wait, if I told you this hoodie was $800, you would have copped it? She was like, absolutely. She was like, $250, that's cheap. I was like, bro, it shocked me. Bro, I was like, what? And that's when I was like, oh, LA. They want it if it's not expensive, they don't want it, bro. Crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that one.
That shit tripped me out, bro.
Opposite shit, like, nah, this shit, it was more. I got it. Like, yo, what?
But like the moment I was like, oh yeah, 800. She's like, no, you told me
too late now because you know it.
she's like, you told me 250. No. I was like, damn.
That's because they
had a wake up call, bro. I was
like, people in LA, they psychologically fucked up because, you know, all these brands been selling them all this stuff for so high for so long. They just equate that to quality.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all right now, behind the scenes, a lot of that, they not making it for less more than $1. I'm just like, you know.
No, Balenciaga is getting a t-shirt. They're doing it.
They screen print too. Don't worry.
Yeah, they screen print and all that, bro. But they make it from scratch. I give them that. The shirts only cost them like $15 to make, bro.
If not, even less than that, for sure.
So they're getting like I don't even know the percent of margin that is, bro. What
They
is the
definitely
margin of
marked
that,
up,
bro?
and they mark up for sure over 500% at the minimum.
Killing y'all, bro. Killing everybody at Cosmopolitan, bro.
I mean,
Absolutely.
hats
It
off to
works
them.
because you got Kanye, but Kim, they all wearing it.
Yeah,
So
hats off to them. They definitely, they put it in people's minds that price equals quality, which isn't always the case.
bro,
But
the thing is too that kills me too. Like people be telling like, oh, I only wear these type of brands and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I'm like, you do realize why they're at this level, right? And I'm like, no, I'm like, did you know that they were around for 104 years? And then when I tell them that, they be like, oh no. I'm like, dude, Balenciaga was launched in 1892, I think. Or Gucci was like 1901.
and they had the same people telling them that too. Like, oh no, we don't really. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm so
let's
saying.
start from
It's like, dude,
somewhere.
they've been around for 100 years.
You got to start
Crazy.
somewhere for sure. And I guess that brings me to like my next question is: you obviously you're a black man in America in fashion.
Yeah.
What have you experienced? Being a black male and trying to break into that type of luxury, more fashion side of things.
To be honest, I haven't really had a bad experience, and that's probably hats off to Virgil, bro. Rest in peace. I feel like Virgil cracked that barrier for all the young upcoming African American designers because I feel like when he got that job to go over to Louis Vuitton, the first black man to go over to Louis Vuitton and like run that show like that, I feel like that opened up the eyes for like all races and that like, hey, there's some young African American designers that are talented as well. Because Virgil went over there, bro, and like disrupted everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were used to like having like runway shows and stuff like that to where everything is like a straight line. Like they only walk in straight lines. And Virgil went over there, bro, to where like they're doing crisscross lines and doing all this and that. The fashion shows have like rappers in there and stuff like that, bro. So I feel like that kind of like cracked the barrier to where like I haven't really had any bad experience, to be honest with you. I sold to multiple races.
Okay. I mean, I could definitely see that. Virgil Abloh, who we're talking about, worked with Kanye West, and definitely rest in peace to him.
And even Jerry too, Fear of God. And I feel like with Jerry too, I feel like because my new logo is like it's obviously it's tell the truth, but it also has a cross as well. It's a 3-headed T. But I feel like with him, because like there's some people out there that had reached out to me and was like, hey, I don't really rock clothes with crosses on it. And I was like, oh, okay. But like I feel like with Jerry, like he launched Fear of God. Like that's like obviously saying fear of God. That's like religious. And some people don't believe in God.
Yeah,
Some
that
people are
religious
different races and stuff
iconography
like that.
stuff. Totally.
I feel like he helped out me, and he kind of gave me motivation in the way because obviously, like I believe in God and stuff like that. He helped me out in the way to where like I'm able to put out a shirt that have a 3-headed cross on it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess one of my next questions is, we were talking about LA earlier, and you moved out to LA.
Yeah.
I don't know, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it'd be 2 years in September. Bang, a year and a half.
So I guess what have been the benefits of you moving to LA, especially in the fashion industry? And what do you think have kind of been any drawbacks that has come from being out there?
I would say outside of the drawback, the drawbacks basically, I would say not having like all my boys and my friends and family out here. It came out here just me and my girl, and like literally don't know anybody. But I met people along the way and stuff like that, and like having to get new friend bases and get new connections and stuff like that. Being out here like a small fish in a big city, not knowing how it really operates. I think that's the drawbacks. But like far as like the benefits, came out here, bro, and I felt like I thought I knew fashion. The swag out here is unmatched, bro. Like also too, what kind of helped out too is something that's kind of like because when I was designing in Arizona a lot, I was putting on a lot of summer clothes and stuff like that. Out here in LA, you wear a hoodie every day, bro. Like it might be like 75 during the day, but at nighttime it dropped to like 62, 72, or like whatever. You can put a hoodie on. You can put a trench coat swag on. Like you can literally like really layer out here, bro. And
you ain't wearing no layers in AZ, bro.
Huh?
You wearing no layers in AZ, yeah?
No, that's what I'm saying. So like, that's what I'm saying. So like, when I was in AZ, I was just putting out t-shirts, shorts. I was putting a hoodie out probably for like a couple months. Yeah. Now here, but every collection has to have a hoodie in it. Like people wear hoodies year round out here.
Have you found that it's obviously fashion is big in LA and there's a lot of brands and people out there, a lot of people that go out to LA to kind of make it. Have you found, has there been like an oversaturation, you think, of brands and independent brands and new brands and streetwear brands popping up? Or have you found that that's kind of been helpful towards you?
I would say, yeah, my first year, like when I came out here, I noticed that there was a lot of streetwear brands. The rainy days, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of people doing shit like me that are dope. And then like when I started telling the truth, I feel like I'm not in that category of being saturated with all those brands anymore because clothes for me is second. First for me is handbags and like products. So I feel like my brand kind of stands out more because I'm giving products. Because you don't really see like a lot of upcoming brands doing products and stuff like that. They don't have the resources.
The price is different.
Yeah, the prices is crazy. So like, and then like with me, like I'm upcoming. So like the only product pages that you really see that have bags and stuff like that is like the big brands like Gucci, Louis, YSL, Dior, Balenciaga, all them brands. But like something that's upcoming on the rise, like I know it's like when I have like customers have told me like when they wear my bags and stuff out, they get hit up and people hit them up and like, hey, what brand is that? Is that the new Gucci bag or is that blah, blah, blah? And it's like, nah, this is a new brand called Tell the Truth. And then like, they'd be like, oh, okay. They're not used to seeing like a new bag coming out like that. Mm-hmm. Unless it's like Goyard, they've been around for hundreds of years too. It's just like, it's not common for an upcoming brand to have bags. No. So I don't feel like I'm like in like the same lane as these other upcoming brands. I feel like I stand out.
Yeah. I mean, it's always, one of the drawbacks, I guess, of being in such a fashion heavy market is that there are, and the ease of streetwear these days too, is that there are going to be so many other people competing for that same attention. You know what I mean? For the same type of crowd.
Yeah. There's some dope artists out here, bro. There's some cool ones, man.
I know there's been a recent push in recent years of, people to support Black, to support independent, to support, more local.
Yeah.
Have you found that translated over into like fashion and to streetwear and all that stuff? Or do you think we still have a lot of ways to kind of go towards that? Because like you kind of alluded to earlier, people always talk about, they'll go spend money on a brand that they have no connection with just because of a name versus somebody who's, that they've known for, years just because of the name.
I feel like I ran into like a lot of people that support upcoming like small businesses and stuff like that. But I also ran into people that would tell me, well, I only like my Gucci bag. I only like my Louis bag. Because like they don't really want to because they don't trust it because Gucci and Louis is so good with their bags and like they don't really trust the upcoming bags. They don't think it's like top notch. So I feel like the only way to kind of break that barrier with them is just to keep being consistent and keep putting out hot stuff. But I have ran into people that support me like all the time because I wouldn't be in business right now. Mm. But so to answer your question, there's a lot of people that I ran into a lot of people that basically like stuff. Because LA is basically a city where like they want to wear stuff that people ain't wearing. They don't want to like, obviously they'll wear like the big brands and stuff like that, but I ran into some people that love to wear upcoming brands. And I'm still looking for those clients that love to wear upcoming brands. So if you know anybody, send them my way.
I mean, speaking about that, like finding clientele, those would be my question is
hard as hell, man.
Modern marketing. You know what I mean? Like how how have you found marketing a brand like Tell the Truth to an audience, and how have you found, using all these new social media tools, and has that been a plus or has it been kind of a negative in the sense that, the attention spans of people and just getting in front of the vast numbers of people has become kind of increasingly difficult, specifically on like Facebook and Instagram, because there are so many other similar brands kind of, and people doing the same type of thing?
I mean, I feel like the marketing part is still something I'm still trying to get down. Because I honestly just don't have finance the budget to compete with the Facebook ads, dude. Like, I get it, it works, but it's a major hole in your wallet, bro.
Investment.
You spend like $3 or $4 grand on some ads and you only convert 20%, or if you're not getting the proper convert back and making your money back from the marketing, and you just wasted money. So what I've been doing, bro, I just literally every single day, I just go out and pass out cards. I'll just go up to people randomly and say, hey, check me out. Some people take the card, some people throw it on the ground, but I get 1,000 cards for $40. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it the old way, the way the landscapers used to do. They just go put the card on the doors or card on the houses and stuff like that, or give cards out when you see people and stuff like that. That's what I do. So I just go out and pass cards out every single day. I probably pass out 100 cards like in like 2 days. 50 cards a day, probably easily. And then I go to the grocery stores. I basically go to where they at. And if I see someone that looks like they got some fashion sense, give them a card. That's how I built Tell the Truth. Like, I literally passed out in the month of January, probably 1,500 cards. And now I'm at like close to 1,000 followers. I just hustled all day, bro. I'm talking about like from sunrise to sunset, just passing cards out daily, bro.
Now, do you have a way of like tracking that? This audience or this buyer came from a card or from.
Now, the other day, someone ordered something. Her name, I want to put business out. Her name was like Courtney or something. I didn't know who she was. She ordered. I was like, who this? I checked and I was like, oh, okay. I had no idea who she came from, bro. Don't know who she is. That I already know who she came from. She came from me passing the card out. But like, that person might got the card and be like, it might have not been for them, but they might have been like, hey, but my homegirl likes this kind of stuff, so I'm gonna send her the card. I'm gonna send her the website, stuff like that. So I'm just hoping that all the cards that I passed out over the last month, it just comes in like a snowball effect to where the demand just gets crazy.
Now, do you find that to be less common these days? People kind of handing out things and then promotion?
Yeah, because when I go up to people sometimes and give them a card, like they be like, okay. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to get your number or nothing. I just want to give you this card. Like that's all I want. And like, cause like some of the girls, like, they be attractive and stuff like that. And they be thinking the first time, like if someone comes up to them, they think, oh, another nigga, this nigga want my number or something. I'd be like, hey, love the outfit. I just want to give you this card. I'm a new designer in the area. Here you go. Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna check you out. And just walk off. And then like, you can tell like psychologically, they be like, this nigga didn't even ask for my number. Okay. And then they go check me out. So like you can tell like they be confused, though.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely the way to promote back in the day, and I definitely felt that's become less and less.
That's the way I'm gonna do it until like, obviously we grow to the point to where like we can do big marketing campaigns with celebrities and stuff like that. But until then, you're gonna see that.
Honestly, you doing it hand to hand and you doing it in person like that is almost
better, right?
Yeah, because it's just like almost a novel thing to do these days because it's not as common as it used to be. People just don't go out and hustle like that, like they used to. Like they do it on social media, they hustle like that. Yeah. So to have that kind of personal interaction, I think would stand out even more in this day and age than, just having another ad on Instagram that, you've seen
Yeah.
So honestly, I think that's
I feel
working.
like it's working too, because when I went to the I went to the grocery store the other day, and she was like, "Oh, hey, tell the truth." I was like, "Who that?" And she was like, "You gave me your card last week." I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" Like, I didn't even know who she was. So I'm like, I guess it's working.
Yeah, then that personal touch that definitely, I think that definitely sticks in people's minds more. So especially these days,
Yeah.
we become so used to social media and the tactics that everybody uses, to get attention on there. And I think you become kind of
Because
numb.
like you just can't really trust. Like, is the social media really working? Like, do you think it's really working like that? Like, is it like I get it. You might see people with thousands of followers and thousands of likes, but it's like, bro, I'm in the game with y'all. It is not that sweet, bro. You not getting people like that, bro. Like, I'm in it, bro. Like my layout sometimes looks better than theirs, and I'm like, yo, it's not that sweet, bro.
I think early on for sure it was definitely working early on because people weren't trained to the social media ways and how marketing works in a community like that. I think now, as people have had Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for like so long, and I've seen these techniques, seen these ads, seen this, that it loses impact over time.
Yeah.
Which is only increase the price of your ads basically to reach these people.
Yo,
actually, like,
you don't even like you
the
like
noise.
you know how you do ads like before, like you know how to do it, like you show me how to do it.
Yeah,
You ain't even doing it like that no more, because
we ain't
it's
run that.
crazy.
It's just at this point. I mean, it is beneficial. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it does get you views. It does get you brand awareness. It does get you some sort of interaction. But to the price of what it takes now to kind of cut through the noise of everybody using it.
How much is it? How much is it?
I mean, it really obviously, like, that's a deep conversation, because if we're talking the full SEO, marketing, whatever, that all depends on like what audience you're going for. And if it's a highly competitive field like fashion,
You gotta spend 10
price is
grand.
going to be, it's going to be up here because you competing against all these other brands and people trying to get these same people's attention. So,
and they all on front page of Google. All on front page of Google.
Yeah. So, I mean, like kind of like you, obviously I'm not doing face-to-face, whatever, but we do it more organically just through interactions, having conversations like this, having podcasts, having, collaborations with artists and musicians and whatever. That personal connection with people has like far exceeded anything that we've spent on advertising, because you'll get people, but it's never really the people that are going to be there with you from the long haul, or the people that are going to be interacting with you every day, because they don't have that connection. It's just like, to them, it's just another page. Whereas I've seen this personal side of you. I've seen this personal connection. We met face, hey, tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like, so now I have this physical connection with you. And that's become such a rare thing, a novel thing in these days, especially during the pandemic, that it's anything that's made it even more valuable to kind of go that anti SEO route, because that is the way. I mean, for a long time, SEO's worked perfectly. Obviously, for a reason. That's why there's so many SEO companies out there. It's worked, and it does work. It still works, but the cost is only getting higher because people are just becoming more wise. Like, you see ads all the time that you kind of just swipe by.
I don't even look at them no more.
I mean, like, it's just like, oh, that's cool, and just keep going. You know what I mean? Or there's posts where I see an ad, it'll be like sponsored or ad, and I'm just like, oh, I'm no longer interested, because
you see me sponsor. But like, if someone does this, yo, check me out. Look at my shit, bro. This shit fire, huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Because you're taking that extra step.
Exactly.
That, and it might be only one person, but that one person could remember you for years. You know what I mean?
1 out of 100. That's solid. 1 out of 100 a day. But that's the thing that a lot of people don't know, man. Like, they don't know how many, I got like 940 followers, but bro, I started that shit from 0, bro. Yeah. That shit was hard, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand, bro. Like, one fan can turn into 900 in a month. So like, I'm thankful for everybody that followed and went there and, bought some stuff and showed love on the comments. Cause it's like one of the hardest things on social media is to tell them to do something. So nobody on Instagram want to get told what to do. I'm like, yo, go check this out. They're not checking that out, bro.
Yeah.
Especially
the American audience. Especially the American audience. Yeah.
It's not that sweet, bro. Yo, repost this. It's not happening, bro. Like, it's not, bro. It's not happening. You gotta like really directly, hey, can you post this to your page? Then they'll do it.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, it's a constant marketing, especially in this day and age, a constant evolving thing. Which also brings the next thing, which is the next step of that is the metaverse, the VR shit, like the NFTs. Like,
I ain't even tapping.
Obviously, it's impacting fashion because you have. I think recently, like Nike just bought some fucking space and meta world or some shit like that. Like they're selling NFTs of like clothing and like.
I just don't understand.
I know, like, kind of wrap your head around shit like that, like, or that's just like far off.
I don't understand that shit, bro. I just don't get it. Like, what's it gonna do for you? It's just like a Google image.
Yeah,
I don't get it, but it's crazy though, because like. I can be a fashion designer in this world, and then in the metaverse, I can go be a doctor or something. It's like the Matrix, bro. But you never know. Like, I thought it was like a hoax. Like, I thought it was like based on some bullshit. But this shit's taking over.
I mean, I be honest, 90% of it is scams. People getting scammed for sure. But there's some real shit to it. NFTs? Oh yeah, the people getting scammed left and right. There's some real shit to it, but. People get scammed all the time on that.
He's getting robbed on that, bro.
1,000%. So all our listeners, be careful out there because all NFTs are not the same. But I mean, for fashion specifically, it just made me think about, like, I don't know if you had to think about, you know, a VR world or like a meta world where your avatar, your character goes into a store, say a Tell the Truth store, you build a Tell the Truth store meta. And they buy a virtual, you know what I mean, piece of clothing for their avatar in the digital world and shit like that. Like,
but how do you like get the funds?
I don't know. I guess your car, your profile, you know what I mean? Just kind of like a video game, how you buy like a in-game purchase for your character, like a new shirt, a new outfit, whatever. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So then you do that for your character that's in meta. But it's like a Tell the Truth hoodie or, you know what I mean, like bag or whatever.
I can't even imagine this. I didn't even know we were even going to get to this type of level, bro.
We there because people are buying real estate in meta right now, which is like buying real estate.
I'm laughing, but this shit's probably crazy. Like, niggas got $1 million of land and that's crazy.
In unlimited space, basically, yes. But they're buying land. Yes, it's literally an unlimited space.
So they're taking the real dollars and taking it into digital dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, metaverse dollars.
And just paying for shit there, yeah.
And then, so how are they getting a return? So say they buy property for $1 million and they make $10 million in a year. How do they get the $10 million out of the metaverse?
I guess they're just kind of hedging their bets, right? They're assuming or hoping that, you know, that it becomes a thing.
Who started this?
I mean, this meta. I mean, VR has been around for like a long time, but this new meta, whatever, that's Facebook.
Oh, that's Facebook.
Facebook is meta now. They're no longer called Facebook; they're called Meta. And their next big bet is to go into virtual reality.
It's working.
I mean,
I feel like this is gonna bump Zuckerberg over Elon.
We'll see. I mean, I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely interested to kind of see where things go. And on one hand, I think it's cool. On the other hand, I think it's corny as fuck. So I don't really know which way to lean. But I think,
to be honest with us being like artists and stuff like that, and knowing how to use Photoshop and Illustrator, we could probably kill it in metaverse. I mean, NFTs.
I mean, there are artists out there just pumping out digital bullshit, basically left and right, you know, and just selling it because they can.
That's crazy.
But I mean, that's a whole nother bag of worms, you know, right there.
That's crazy, right?
Quite there yet.
I just don't understand how you make money.
Yeah. Get people.
Bro, once I hit, when I was like 28, 29, I was like, all right, cool. Once I hit 30, bro, if I ain't making money, bro, I ain't going. I don't want to do it. It's like a light switch went off in my head when I hit 30, bro. I was like, yo, all the other shit's just If I can't make money, I don't want to do it. Club, I just stopped doing all that shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, speaking about that also, one thing I also don't want to bring up is a big part of fashion, especially on social media and everything these days, is influencers.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit before. What has been your kind of experience working with influencers and like this?
Influencers?
Oh yeah, this whole like influencer world of market.
Man, I mean, with rainy days, that's so when people go to rainy days page, they see nothing but influencers. And when I was doing the influencer marketing, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get a bunch of influencers. I'm gonna send a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna make a lot of money. And I'm the one that suffered, bro, because at the end of the day, you're banking on that person's audience that which what we see, we physically see 500,000 followers, right? Oh, she about to, bro, I'm about to make a lot of money. I'm gonna send her this new hoodie I just made. So I go out. This is before I was doing like cut and sew. You know, I get the pre-cut, make it, ship it. Yo, blah blah blah. Post this picture. They post it. I'm like, all right. Send me content. She posts it on her page. I'm like, all right. Well, why isn't? I'm not getting no converts. Like nothing's going on. And then what you doing, right? Yeah, and then like I got to the point where I was like, yo, I'm sending stuff out for free. I'm not making no money off this. Because at the end of the day, I'm thinking she got 500K and some of it's fake followers. So like I'm thinking like a large audience is seeing my stuff, but it's just bots. And that's not and I'm not saying like all influencers got fake followers and stuff like that. Some of them really do have real audience. But what I was experiencing with,
even in the real audience, they're gonna have bots though. Can't control that. Yeah.
But what I was experiencing with, bro, I lost a lot of money doing the influence marketing, bro. It works I'm not saying it doesn't work. It does work, but the people that I selected when I was doing it, I didn't really make any money off it.
I think influencers have been one of the biggest scams, like mirages. I don't want to share about them. One of the biggest mirages in social media, especially marketing wise. That if you get X and Y that has this many followers, just then that'll translate to this many dollars. But I think over time we found that that's not true. And most followers aren't even following because they're selling stuff. They're just following them because they may be invested in that person. Doesn't mean they're invested in what that person is promoting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unless you're talking about like a Kim or Kendall, like Kanye, whatever, like those massive level celebrities. Those are celebrities, first of all. Not influencers, those celebrities. So there's like a difference.
Distinction. We're influencers.
So,
we're influencers.
You know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of ask you about that because I know.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. Like when I got Alex Cooper Car Daddy, when she wore something. Oh yeah, she wore my hoodie in one of her blogs, and then she wore like my sandals. She always wears my stuff. And then when she actually wore it, and then like some people saw it, and then she tagged me and stuff like that, I got like probably like 400 people just follow me. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But then,
did it translate?
Model, yeah, but it didn't. But they followed me. No, wait, it translated one time because I remember she had my slides on, and then I got an email and she was like, yeah, thank you so much for the sandals. I love them. I actually saw Alex Cooper wearing them. I was like, oh, okay, dope. So like she converted the dollar. Like she did physically help me. But like when I did like some of like the IG models and stuff like that, it was just clout, bro. It was just clout. So like that's why like when I like started to tell the truth, I'm like, yo, like I'm taking a completely different route, bro. I'm not going that route to where I'm doing influence. I'm gonna get real customers, real people. real fashion people that are in the game, and I'm gonna focus on really building this thing with functional mindset and not just doing in IG models. It's gonna be a real brand, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna focus on all the tools that I learned that I messed up on and fix them with this brand.
So,
but it also, to answer your question, Tim, sorry to cut you off, but like, what was working. So at first I was going for like the people that had like 500K. I started going towards the people that only had like 3,000.
So it was more authentic.
People, it was more authentic because they had a 3,000 army of people that really supported them. And that was helping out more than when I was going to the big audience.
Yep. Oh yeah, I mean, I've definitely experienced that myself. Especially like we cover bands and artists and whatever. Like we've covered some big ones that had 50,000, 100,000, but covering the ones that have like 3,000, 5,000, 2,000.
They go hard for them.
The fans that come over from that, not even close. Honestly,
they go hard for them, bro.
Those are the early investors, basically. Those are the ones, bro. I'm invested. I mess with them like I'm really a fan of them.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are your true, community of fans. Yeah. I think when you get that,
now those people will buy.
You're gonna lose that.
Those people will go buy for sure.
Yeah, they go support whatever they're doing. We're supporting whatever they're doing, basically.
Yeah.
And that's something we've also experienced.
Yeah. That's what I've been experiencing, to tell the truth. I've been experiencing organic, true people that have been following me this whole past month, like what I'm doing. Even if they don't got the money, like they hit me up like, yo, I don't got the money for this right now, but I'm gonna buy this. Here's my email. Add me to your subscribe list so I can get notified on what's going on and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, it's like building like a real, I'm not saying Rainy Days wasn't a real organic following. I'm just saying it's like I took a step back and really focused on getting those organic, close believers as my customers more than Rainy Days.
Do you believe that's kind of been a shift in general for like a lot of the social media stuff is kind of more towards that more organic growth, organic numbers, organic followers than anything?
Yeah, for sure. Organic followers and organic reach. And just like, I just learned so much just instead of just like trying to be cool and like post a bunch of models and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with the models. Like the models are great. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, pay attention to the people that really are in fashion. Pay attention to the people that really support and people that really buy and then don't get caught up in the hype. Because when you start posting like stuff like how I was posting on Rainy Days, like it's just, if you look at the page, it looks dope. That's the thing. It looks dope. But like I wasn't really focusing on the people that were buying. They will buy and I'd go, okay, cool, dope. This brand, I'm really like focusing on that type of stuff. Going slow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the micro communities, micro influencers, I think that's really what.
Yeah, bro.
Anything that's where it's kind of headed because, like you said, the return on investment is just so much better. So much better, more authentic and so much realer. I'd rather have, I think it's a lot of, especially with music, that's where we always going to come from is, I think a lot of bands are figuring that out in this day and age. It's not always about, having the most numbers or the most streams. Now it's like, if I have a community of 10,000 that are like diehard fans, that's going to be so much more investment than if I had a community of like 50,000 that are just kind of so about what we do. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
Because that first 5 to 10, those are your true, you know what I mean? Those are your true fans. Those are your true followers. Yeah. They're the ones that are really going to help you.
Yeah.
And, everybody kind of carve out their own lane with that group in their own little communities nowadays, which is cool.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. But those small believers, like that's why I pay attention to the small believers and the people that like comment, like, share. Those are the people that are like those loyal customers, man. That's going to help you. I basically look for loyal fans now.
So what do you so if somebody's up and coming, they're thinking about starting their own brand, their own fashion line, whatever, what advice would you give out to them?
Advice I would give someone that's a young designer coming up: A, get on social media. B, don't follow any brands. C, do it your way. Don't try to like look at other brands and say, oh, he's doing this, he's putting that. Just black out, bro, and just do it your way. And also don't skip steps. If don't be afraid to like be humiliated. Like if you post something, bro, you only get like 10 likes, bro. Who cares, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Roll that 10, the 20, the 50, the 60, the 80. Just don't skip steps and try to cheat. Because if you cheat the game, like it's gonna show in the end, and you're not gonna be where you want to be. So I would just say, man, don't just do it your way and don't skip steps and just hustle.
Okay, and D, I would add, don't fall into the IG model influencer trap.
Yeah, I did that, bro. Take it from me, bro. I did that. Like, I ain't even gonna be like type person. Oh, I did that, bro.
You got a lot of girls out there, wearing some rainy days gear that pay for it.
I mean, hey, shouts out to everybody who who wore that shit. You know what I mean? Show love, but I got sucked into it.
I think E also, do not overextend yourself. Don't go buying 200 things as inventory when you're just starting out.
Hey, don't do that, because look, you do that. Look to the right, you see a bunch of hoodies up there that should have got sold, nigga. But yeah, bro, just and then like if you want to do the pre-cuts and the wholesale and stuff like that, do that, bro. Like
do what's best for you.
Yeah, like the whole cut and sew is for like if you really want to get to that level to where you want to put on a full collection, you want to do a runway show, you want to get the pairs, you want to get in the high-end stores and take the production way. But if you want to just have your shirts and stuff and just look cool and wear your brand, bro, screen print and vinyl and DTG is the shit. I love that shit. Got it right here. I do that shit all the time.
So I guess a couple more questions. Last one is, well, not last one, but second last is, where do you see like modern fashion kind of heading towards in the future?
I see it heading towards luxury streetwear. I feel like it's like it used to be like.
No, you don't feel like it's already there? I mean, we already got crossovers between Gucci and all these other streetwear.
I do feel like
trends and brands and designers.
I feel like the fashion shows in Paris, I feel like that's going to become limited. I feel like people are just going to put on their own fashion shows themselves and just stream it and just get to the point to where like they're not going to go to Paris to show off their clothes. Like they're going to do it wherever they want to do it at. And they're going to use the basis of the internet channels to show it off. Because social media is so powerful now to where like we don't got to go to Paris and see a new Dior collection. They can just put together a dope ass video or something like that, and you can look at the collection that way. Because back in the day, it's like you make it to Paris, you're basically on.
So you think it's becoming like a little bit more egalitarian, like a little more equal across the board? People have more access to these avenues that we haven't had before. Yeah.
I really do. And I feel like it's leading towards to where like a lot of people have been getting disrespected by these big houses, and they're going to lean towards more supporting small brands coming up. I feel like
Jim Jones,
yeah, Gucci. They didn't give that man that champagne. He probably spent like $20,000. They ain't give no champagne.
I keep telling you, keep going in there. They don't care about your bread in there.
That's what I told him, bro. If I spent $20,000 Gucci, bro, I'm the same with Jim Jones. Like, bro, like, where my champagne at, bro? Where the steak at?
Y'all keep going there spending bread with people that don't care.
That's what I'm saying. These audience, bro, like these people that know about the brand and stuff like that. Like about like me and you do. Like they know what we do, bro. Like we're upcoming. We got connection with you. If you message us, we message back. You message Gucci, them niggas ain't hitting you back, bro. Gucci ain't texting you back, bro. And you go there and you spend thousands of dollars and they don't care.
No.
And they crossed the community a couple times with us, bro. Didn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They put out like didn't they put out like a monkey mask or something?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what they
I don't
did.
remember that was Gucci. It was one of them. Gucci, Louis, H&M did some stuff too. Like, you know what I mean? Like they've all had their moments for sure. And we just keep running. And when I say we, you know, specifically Black community in America, we keep running back to these brands, man. And
it's like support the small businesses, bro. Support the ones coming up.
I mean, just recently what Gucci just stole from Dapper Dan, basically. You know, they sued this man when he was coming up, and then
Dapper was making
design and put it on their own line.
Dapper was taking the stuff they were making and making it hotter, bro. And they got mad, bro.
And then when we finally had outcry, okay, now we're gonna bring Dapper Dan in and do it. Like, yo, like at some point we gotta stop supporting, you know.
Is he still with Gucci?
I'm not sure.
Dapper's cold. He's Dapper's cold.
So I mean, yeah, I think the future for sure. I think more of those like indie brands, more of those brands that aren't associated to these big houses are going to become more prominent for sure.
Yeah, bro. I feel like
honestly, streetwear is the ones that set the trend. Like these days, they're the ones that set the trends.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like the audience, bro, like the customers and people that watch this video, like don't look at like the big houses and look at the, you know, big names of businesses doing it. Like, don't be afraid to, you know, tap in with people like us, bro. Like, we're coming. Like Gucci had to start somewhere. The only reason why they're not seeing where Gucci started because they wasn't alive. Yeah. Gucci been alive for 100 years. Y'all couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Y'all seen it when it's hot.
Sure. Last question is future of Tell the Truth. What you got coming? What you got out now? What do you plan in the next year or so?
Tell the Truth dropping a new collection next Wednesday called Forbidden Summer. It's a collection, basically me just introducing. I mean, I came out with season 1, which was like an introduction season of just me showing off like the brand, the logo, the patterns, the schemes, and stuff like that. This collection is going to show off a lot more versatile, a lot more bags, introducing men's bags, introducing hats, new shoes, and I got some new surprises and stuff like that. But it's definitely going to be the collection for the summer, and hopefully the collection that gets me out there more to where you're going to start seeing more people wearing Tell the Truth.
All right, and where can people kind of follow you?
They follow me on social media at Tell the Truth Official. I'm on Twitter, but I don't really use it as much. But for sure on Instagram is my main channel. And then they can shop this collection next Wednesday, which will be on Instagram Shop as well. So you can shop directly on Instagram, and then or you can go to the website at tellthetruth.shop.
All right, we'll have all the links, you know, for everybody in the description down below, and probably someplace in this video when it goes up. Again, man, thank you sitting down and talking with us. Thank you guys for joining and listening. It's our first convo of 2022. We got a lot more planned. You know, always support.
Make sure y'all follow Fearless, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like my audience too, man. I'm gonna make sure I shout you guys out, man. You guys been dope from the jump. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about the brand and shit like that. So
yeah, man. For sure. All right. Peace. Catch you guys later. Tune in next time.
Tune in.